Welcome to conspiracy. First off, what is a conspiracy? It is the crime of agreeing to crime. Let me be clear. The crime, when you conspire, is the agreement. The actus rea is the shaking hands. You can agree in other ways. Tacitly, implicitly, through contract. You can agree through a lot of ways. Agreeing is the actus rea. What is the mens rea? It's the mens rea of the statute. Generally, you can't agree to do a reckless or a negligent crime. Why? Because then you would have purpose. You would have purpose. So pretty much all conspiracy is for purposeful crimes. It meets the mens rea of purposefulness. It could be for a crime that requires recklessness, but if you prove purposefulness, yay. Under the MPC, there is a merger rule. So if you complete your conspiracy, there's no longer a conspiracy charge. If you don't complete your conspiracy and you leave it open, there is a charge. Under the common law, it's a completely separate offense. The actual agreement is a separate offense that doesn't get merged. But again, it is a separate offense under the MPC because you can have an incomplete conspiracy. All right, now let's talk about the Pinkerton rule. You are responsible for the acts of your co-conspirators in furtherance of the conspiracy if the act was within the scope of the conspiracy and it was reasonably foreseeable. The Pinkerton rule has been rejected by the MPC, which is dumb. Real quick, if you are taking Professor Sololov's exam tomorrow at 2:30, the Pinkerton rule is on it. It is accepted as part of the canon of the law of the state that we're going to be using. He makes up weird names for his states. He could do better, I'll be honest. Anyway, there you go. That's what you need to know about the Pinkerton rule. It's generally always going to be purposeful. When it comes to attendant circumstances, it's the mens rea of the underlying offense, which it's always going to be purposeful. It questions too weird. It's going to be purposeful. Hearsay, there's a special hearsay rule. Co-conspirators' hearsay statements can be introduced against other co-conspirators because it's not hearsay. Fun fact about hearsay, which I know nothing about except for this one exception, not a real thing. It's not. It's a rule that's been swallowed by exceptions. It doesn't exist. It is a nonsensical rule that needs to be abolished in exchange for a more reasonable understanding and a better method of trial. It's not okay. The way it's worded, the way it's understood, it's not okay, and it needs to be abolished as a rule, generally speaking. Hearsay, I agree there needs to be this can't be admitted, but the broadness of the modern hearsay rule requires all of these exceptions, means the hearsay rule is bad. A rule that requires more than 5 exceptions is a bad rule, is generally a good thing, good, frame of mind. Too many exceptions means the rule is bad is kind of a fair assessment. All right.